guys already know who it is, your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Today I'm going to be, of course, educating you on something very important when it pertains to financing different asset classes. My goal is always to do one thing: fuel your financial future. Today we're going to talk about different financing options that exist. The main one that we're going to focus on is, of course, called seller financing. One of the ones that a lot of people are familiar with is FHA, where you put 3.5% down. The bank leverages you the other 96.5%. Then we all know, of course, the conventional where you put 20% down, the bank leverages you the other 80%. But one of the financing options that we don't too much talk about that has a lot of value and benefits, of course, is seller financing. Let me first explain what is it. Hypothetically, I own a building or I own a home and it's paid outright. I'm the seller. I have the option of course, financing a buyer based on my terms and conditions, based on the fact that they could have good or bad credit. It has nothing to do with the transaction, which is a beautiful thing, because many people have foreclosure or evictions on their personal profile, and that may affect them getting into certain types of deals. Especially in the commercial world, this could be a great asset for an individual who wanted to purchase a property, who may not have the 20% down that it requires to buy a building. Hypothetically, the building is $1 million. You may need $200,000 down, which is 20%, plus closing costs. You may not have that. But with seller financing, you could, of course, work with the seller and, of course, negotiate it and have a contractual agreement based on whatever suits both of you. Now, there's pros, of course, and then there's also cons. Here's the cons. Of course, the interest rates are going to be much more aggressive, because why? At the end of the day, it's seller financing. It's more risk because, again, we don't know your proper credentials based on who you are as an individual. You will sometimes have to put more money down. You do have the option of understanding that you can lose all your down deposit and all the monthly payments you made if you default and have no ownership of this particular property. So it's important to understand seller financing is a great option. It could, of course, put you in a particular deal that you may not have been able to get into based on going the traditional way, but it's also something that you have to, of course, consider understanding based on what type of deal you're trying to go into. Seller financing is a great tool to use for a lot of leveraging, especially in bigger projects, 10 million, 20 million, $30 million projects. If the owner owns it outright, they could, of course, construct that deal however they want. I always recommend, of course, getting a lawyer, aka a general counsel, to, of course, assist you that specializes in real estate, especially if you're going to be using a seller financing option in this world today. It's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. So people appreciate everybody that's liking and sharing. That's, of course, watching all my content every single day. Appreciate everybody that's booking one-on-ones, booking me for shows. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com.